Hey there, Feli here. In today's video, I want to share with you what advice would I give to my 20 years old self. An advice that I would take it into my heart, that would impact my life for the better. And I can tell you that I was feeling completely lost, lack of confidence all over, feeling like everyone was better or smarter than I. And I do think, especially nowadays with social media, it's even more challenging because you are expected to be this overnight success. And if you are not yet, it means like you are lacking something, something is wrong, or you don't want it bad enough. And in this video, I'm not going to give you advice on what you should do and what you should not, what is right and what is wrong. I'm going to share with you on how to think so you can lead yourself and build the life that is in alignment with yourself. It's more like Sarah Blakely asked this question: how would you do your job if nobody showed you how to do it? And this is the question I'm asking you, right? How would you live your life if nobody showed you how to do it? The things that I am proud of are the things that I've asked myself the question, how do I want it to be? And build from there. What I wish I would have known is that I have the power to decide on what I do think about myself, and that I have the power to focus on the things that I can control and I can influence, I can, contribute on changing the situation. But there are things that are completely out of my control. In that, I have the power to change the focus of my thoughts and to replace them with better thoughts that are more serving me. And the things that I am telling myself are the things that I have put in my head, and they were put in my head by the environment, family, upbringing, and so on. Yeah, I would use affirmations to empower myself. I wish I would have known in my 20s that I can take active action on changing my thoughts and put more positive beliefs about myself and my goals and my vision. I wish I would have known with certainty that this matters. You have these three main areas of your life that are health, which in prevention means exercise, good sleep, nourishing food. And then you have relationships, where you have a partner, maybe you have kids, friends, family. And then you have wealth, that is about a career path or a business. And these are the areas we keep an eye on when we are building our life. And whenever we are ignoring one of these areas, we end up suffering. And that's why keeping them in your focus is important, because they are all coming together. What I wish I would have known is putting some more thoughts into all the areas in question so I can roll them further into my life. Whatever, like nobody's life is perfect, and what makes it interesting is like the differences, but we can strive for the best, right? Wealth, how to make money, how to make a living, what career path should I choose, what job should I have, how to start a business, how to get rich. Now, when I was 20, I was studying economic science, and this was something that I chose because I've looked into other people's eyes for confirmation and permission on going on the right path and doing the right thing, because I couldn't trust my inner voice, and it wasn't not strong enough at that point to take the responsibility. But if I listen to others and do what they say, then I can blame them. And that's exactly what I did. I followed what they said, and then after I had my degree in science economics, I asked myself the wrong questions, like what job can I have with my degree and my skills? Looking for surviving, looking for getting a job. And instead of asking, what is it that I do want? Who are the people that are doing something that I would love to do? And then acquire the knowledge and the skills and build up in that direction. And what I do think is very important is asking yourself these questions. What do you enjoy doing? What is something that you want to get great at that something, right? That you are passionate about, that is fulfills you, and that you can do better than other people. And what I did was getting into an accounting job that was a total disaster, and then get a job into a travel agency. I haven't found myself, so I moved and focused on other areas of my life, like more on building the family and the relationships and kids. But I do wish, while I was building the other areas of my life, like a family and kids, to had the answer to these questions and build, little by little, step by step, compounding, not borrowing it. What is it that I truly want to become in terms of myself? Because the kids grow and they have their own path, and I do think it's great to have like a role model, like someone that follows their path and not attaching to them as purpose, in pushing them in doing things that you didn't have the courage to take responsibility for. Instead, I'm going to find my way. I did start asking these questions when I was 32. I found a book called Designing Your Life, and that actually put me on this path of designing my life. And when I started to align myself, then all the other things started to flourish as well. My relationship with my husband, the relationship with the kids, and my health, because I felt again that I am worthy, that I'm really growing, that I feel more alive. And all the suffering that came because I ignored this area, and I've acted out of alignment with myself and what I do want to do, all the suffering just put me back on track. And better to build on your strengths than to start building on your weaknesses. So listen to those strengths, listen to what is it that you enjoy, what is it that you want to build your life on, what is that something that you want to get great at that something. Relationships. In this area, I think the most important relationship is finding a life partner that actually matches your vision. What do you want in a partner? This was something that I did right, because I had like kind of some idea on what do I want in a partner and how do I want our relationship to be. So I wanted someone that is kind and smart. And people are asking me, why don't you have a boyfriend? Like, what are you waiting? Prince Charming? And I said, yeah, if I exist, then someone that matches me exists as well. On this area, it paid not to pay attention and get influenced by others and hold my standards on what I do want. And what I've learned, like, marriage is not becoming one or the other one is meeting your expectations or you feel forever happy. Is more about you are leading yourself, you are happy with yourself, and that the other one is doing the same job, like he's leading himself and he's happy with himself, and then you become more like partners. And a book that I do recommend is 7 Principles of Marriage by John Gottman, because you start to insert in your conversations good questions on revealing your dreams, his dreams, your fears, his fears, and then really start to know each other. And then you bring that connection and partnership, and where you can support and grow each other. And it's the same thing with the kids as well. So their purpose is for you to support them in becoming their best version of themselves, and in the same time they do play the same role where you are becoming a better version of yourself by being in the relationship and growing and understanding and having the experience of being a mom. Health. This is the foundation for the other ones, because if health cracks, then everything else cracks and starts to degrade. Lack of sleep becomes lack of focus, and this is something I wish I would have known. That is so important, because I was thinking that the sleep is a waste of time. By not sleeping, I was feeling like I am winning time and I'm doing much more with my life. I was not showing in my interactions with others the way I could have, right? If I would just allow myself to have proper sleep. So proper sleep, movement, all this boring stuff are the things that you go to whenever whatever else is not working. Because if you put yourself in a good state, then you can tackle all the challenges that are coming in your way. So the question is not what you can do with the resources or the skills or the knowledge that you have. The real question is, what is it that you want? What's that vision, your ideal life vision? How would you live your life if nobody told you how to live it, right? Start from there. Keep being awesome. See you in the next one.